Welcome back to Anime Fight Club, everyone. My name is Grim. Today we're checking out volume 22 of Baki Dou part 1, or Musashi Dou, continuing the fight between Baki and Musashi, the last volume available to me of Baki Dou, so hopefully this is in fact the end of it. Super excited to see the conclusion of Baki versus Musashi. We'll be doing chapters 189 through 191 today. Chapters 189 entitled Realization of Training. So Baki looks to be the image of him on the ground, like kind of unconscious. Let's see. Baki is usually a quiet and cool guy with his classmates, so once in a while they like to mess with him. One time a classmate pulled out his chair as hard as he could. Baki's still standing there. He was probably never sitting in the chair to begin with. Either that or you can't be quick enough to surprise Baki. Yes, I realized it right away. The fact that he has properly been trained for combat. Baki's like, why are these eyes on me? Turns around, starts looking around. No, of course, I did not say it out loud, but I'm quite sure of it. This is Kuboi Hajime, classmate of Baki. I had already realized it even before that prank. He's stronger than those jocks that join sports clubs. Baki is better than all of them. He is definitely the strongest in the nation. And then we're back to Baki on his back in front of Musashi right after he says such words. But Musashi wasn't in the nation at the time, so Baki's on his back. Same position Musashi was just a moment ago. Damn, he's way strong. He doesn't stand a chance. It's useless. They are on different levels. It's not useless, but he's not going to fall for the ground bait trap. Why are you risking it anyway? The brain releases a signal that's just before consciousness. The unconsciousness manages to feel it before the person himself. When the person has decided on a movement, it has already felt it. Controlling the thought of movement before the reaction movement, Baki is numbing it on purpose. That signal to manage it from beyond that dimension. Oh goodness. So essentially Baki's skipping a step, and this is only due to his demon brain, right? How else could you send a signal to someone that you yourself haven't acknowledged? I can understand it so far, more or less, but it's something I'll never do in my life. What Musashi showed us is that dangerous strategy, making us fall in the ground bait trap of zero brain signal, a counter strategy. Oh, I see. So Musashi's the one that's not giving off the signal. Maybe that's why he always looks like a chameleon when he's fighting, like his eyes are wandering, like it doesn't seem like he's there. Oh wow, this just took a hell of a turn. The moment they cross thoughts, it is settled right away. In that era, to be defeated means to die. When two people fight each other, they are expected to be ready to read their opponent's intentions and immediately react to it. He cannot win with this, says Gaia. Do you think so? Asks Matobe. That shocks Gaia, huh? Our modern martial arts continues to revere this man as the god of the arts of war. Shibukawa-san. Miyamoto Musashi, who takes on any opponent in front of him. Is he going to give in to the finest masterpiece of modern fighting techniques? Shibukawa folds his arms. Matobe Izo, that also fought Musashi before. That day, it was early morning at Matobe's house. When we were discussing his daily training, that man mentioned something amazing. Just a few times a day, my heart stops being the heart of a warrior. My daily routine is thinking about being a warrior for the whole day. Being a warrior at heart every day. Is there such an extent of someone that loves war this much in my life? What about my teacher, Miko Shiba? How about the founder of the Aiki style, Takeda Sokaku? Matobe, where did you get that from? While we were walking, that stance alone is of a warrior. It was my intention to live life like that. But someone else seems to have done it way better than me. You know that young man very well. Shibukawa is figuring out who he's talking about. It's Hanma Baki. That's what I call a common daily routine. When he does his best, when he's not doing anything, he goes out to play all day long. All day in warrior mode. He'll play fight with the gazes and thoughts of others. He does it so well that I can't stand it. Oh goodness. I wouldn't know what to do if I saw this in person. This dude just vanished in front of me. Did you feel me knock you out of my head, boy? It is impossible for someone who puts a great effort to do something better, to compete against someone who simply has fun doing it. Completely true. Completely true. At that point, it's effortless. Baki's hands are in his pockets. He's thinking about other stuff as he's vanishing, disappearing in front of these people's imaginary attacks that they don't even know they're throwing. Yeah, he's definitely going to be better than a 50-year-old Matobe, but who's out of his element. Boy, what the hell are you doing? So, oh no. So Baki must have threw this sword at him because he had to have caught this, right? Musashi's been fighting him with his imaginary swords. Oh yes. First of all, oh wow, what a development. He threw the sword at Musashi. He's holding the swords with the same posture or stance technique that Musashi does. He even has the same look in his eyes. Musashi asked him, "What are you doing, boy?" Baki says, "Being your reflection." Oh my goodness, he looks like Musashi. The bending his knees, his hand posture, everything. Chapter 190, Farewell. To hand the long sword to this old Musashi, what are you trying to do? Right, yeah, then he gave him the long sword of all things. Musashi loves that double-handed swing. Baki says, "Being your reflection." How? This is your own territory. Oh man, I can't believe how well he's taking his form. I don't know why I can't though. This is Baki's thing. I can cut and slash 1,000,000 times even better without the sword. Even if they lose the fight, it's pitiful for me to have to slaughter someone. all these guys in the audience say, did he say slaughter? Goodness, slaughter someone? Are you sure your brain is working all right, boy? Who is going to be slaughtered? You, right here. The time to say farewell to you has finally come. That has been the wish of thousands. It's a nice wish. Sadly, the one who will remain alive is not you, boy. Boy, I will survive. I will keep slashing until I reach the top of this country. Slashing every day, killing, cutting, and climbing. And I will look down on this country from the peak of the world. That hurts to hear. I definitely thought he was trying to assimilate to this era and was going to maybe stop if he managed to survive this, but he's clearly on a rampage. Either that or he just said that to give Baki reason to still be serious. Musashi's looking for that serious fight. I hope that's the case. How sad and absurd. Now this is not a world where you can slash and succeed. So Baki's look at him. Even you, an amazing man, haven't realized it yet. Mr. Musashi, you don't belong in this world. Baki's raised his hand that's holding that short sword. Look at this. I love it. I'm trying to tell you. So I don't know, looking at this and how he's moving, it looks like he's about to throw it. The way he's gripping the sword, that's how Musashi does it. Yeah, right here, but I don't think I've seen Musashi in this stance. So Baki explodes forward, plants this left foot, throws this blade. See how hard he tried to throw it. Is he going to throw it? It's so close. The distance is way too close. So he throws the sword. So let's see, this image is coming first. So it looks like Musashi blocked something, or something might have hit him. Jaku, Doppo, and Jack look on intently, and then this blade ends up super close to Musashi's face. He still hasn't blinked or moved yet. So he caught it. Oh, so that's why it was so close to his face, and that's why we saw that striking image. Okay. So he caught it, and that's just how close it was. Wow, he caught it with his hand. Really? So here I am thinking Baki was about to use Musashi's short sword, but he just gave him the long sword and tried to throw the short one at him. Knowing Baki, since he threw this sword, Baki should be on the move right now. He shouldn't be in the same spot. The speed and edge did not cut his hand at all. Mr. Musashi, I had no doubt that you would actually catch the sword, but now. So yeah, Baki used throwing that sword as a distraction, rushes in. Yes. Both of your hands are full of useless blades. Why'd you call him useless? Because he doesn't have the body of his father. I don't think Baki can just stand there and take an actual sword slash and not take any damage. I wonder why he called him useless. We'll have to find out. So he rushes in, throws this right roundhouse to Musashi's chin. Look at this explosion on the side of his face. What a mean kick. So Musashi staggers. Also, look how small Baki is. Like, this is just insane to me. Cracks Musashi. Oh my goodness. He hit him so hard you can see his soul leaving his body. He lets go of these swords, which we know that's not something Musashi tends to do. He'll fall down, fall unconscious and everything, and keep the swords in his hands. Baki kicked this man so hard, soul left his body. That sounds like his parent would have said that. Boy, I kicked you so hard, your soul will go back to the Sengoku. No, but so he lets go of the sword. Baki lets him smack the ground. Musashi stiff once again. Fingers, hands, legs, everything frozen as he falls to the ground. He grabs the sword. Got you back, babe. And now, this will be the perfect time. Lean in and stab. Will he do it though? Chapter 191, Power of Giving, Life or Death. So we get another image of that great kick to Musashi's face. The sword flying out of his hand. We see him see the ceiling rush toward his face, and then he smacks the ground. Look at his soul. Like, this was crazy. Lady Tokugawa implanted Musashi's soul in his body to resurrect him, and Baki just kicked it back out of him. Will Musashi be strong enough to suck his soul back into himself? The crowd cheers and gasps, looks on. Got you back, babe. Smiles, looks at Musashi's unconscious face. In the midst of the fight, the young man made a comparison. These days, in everyday fighting matches, draw results and rematches happen quite often, but in the world of samurais, they would actually bet their own life in a single match. There was no room for doubt. You can't even compare the after effects of the match result. Betting your life is unbearable because losing is not really an option. But so what? Getting knocked out or failing to rise in 10 seconds after a direct punch. Put him in a hold. Tapping out after getting caught in a lock or a chokehold. You will pass out. Do you see what I mean? In the end, the winner will always hold the power of giving life or death in his hands. To forgive or to kill, to give or to take, to make things happen as we desire it. Do you see what I mean? Even though this is not a match in which the one that survives wins, Baki just looks so calm. And now, even in present times, it's the same as to kill someone. So, is this a victory for Baki? Baki puts the sword in a position to stab Musashi through the heart, puts the blade up to his chest and says, "There, you're dead," and pokes his chest with the sword. As he pokes him, Musashi sits up, waking up, regaining consciousness. I guess his soul found his way back to his body. Baki kicked the mess out of that dude. "Mr. Musashi, we have to finish this." Oh my goodness. So they're like, he wants more? He just won, according to Musashi's rules, of course. So Musashi's gonna be pissed at this prospect. He looks on at Baki holding this short sword, the way he's holding this short sword. He looks over at his long sword. So both swords are not in my hands anymore. Puts his hands on his hip. The atmosphere changes. What if he bursts out crying? Okay. He has been super cool throughout this arc. That would have been, man, that would have been shocking. But when Oliver started crying after that Nomi fight, that was shocking too. Things that are supposed to be in my hands were snatched and I couldn't help it. If you still had them ready, I would have really been torn to pieces. Even now, you are still humble. Yeah, he is saying that even if I'm only okay because I took them from you. A more pressing matter, Mr. Musashi. I still have to send you to the next world and bury your corpse. So get ready. So Baki still has the sword in his hand. Musashi focuses up. Send me to the next world and bury me? You will? And that's the end of today's video. I don't know why he's trying to act surprised. Who else is about to do it? It's either going to be him or his father. And I feel like neither one of them are about to let you walk out of here. I don't know where Yujiro is. I got a feeling he's somewhere in the arena watching. But man, you knew what was about to happen. Alright guys, so basically Baki took back his lead in this video. Like, he was no longer being kicked around, which was great. He took both Musashi's. First of all, he gave him the swords, then took them from him and told him, like, that was your chance. Like, I definitely could have killed you, but I got something more for you. Do you understand that? Like, he put this man on his back, put him in a position for Musashi to admit defeat, woke him back up and told him, proclaimed again, yeah, I understand I won, but we're still not done. I have to kill you. I have to do what you've done to the friends, the people of this era. Like, you're not from here, but I'm going to treat you like you've been treating the people that you've just been killing. I'm gonna treat you like I'm from your era. I hope Musashi dies with respect. Like, I hope he dies with a smile on his face. I really hope Baki wins. Leave a comment below, guys, on any thoughts you might have had throughout this video. Leave a comment, hit the thumbs up, share with your fellow otaku. Check the playlist in the description for the next video, all the playlists pertaining to Baki and Kang and Ashura. Please hit the bell notification so you don't miss any future uploads. Please check out my gaming channel. I'll have content for you guys soon. Getting that together, it's in the description. Hope to see you next video, and as always, otaku for